Yes guys, Jess here, back with another video. You read the title. We have exactly grabbed this upside liquidity. We've smashed through it, guys. There's been an insane, enormous short squeeze in the market right now, and we've been bullish all the way from down here. I've been telling you guys to be buying that dip. I was looking at the break of this downward sloping trend line, and we've exactly broken out over here. As you can see, we shattered through this resistance point, this massive volume node, and now things are looking extremely good as we've closed on the 4-hourly time frame. A massive candle for Bitcoin. So it's looking very likely that we can actually continue our rally a lot higher into new all-time highs. We need to be looking at all the different scenarios because, to be fair, we do still have some late longs opening right now. And if we go to the 1 week liquidation heat map, you can also see we have a fair bit of liquidity below us, so we need to be addressing that exactly. But you can see Bitcoin always moves to the majority. We've grabbed that upside liquidity, so we need to be seeing if we're going to be continuing to go up, or maybe we might come down first, and we need to be highlighting the relevant levels to evaluate every single scenario. So before we get into the analysis, let's try smash up that like button. Let's try get above 15 likes this video. That would be absolutely insane, guys. And with that being said, let's get straight away in towards this banger. Bow. And as you can see here, guys, we have the CME gap that was around 98,200, and we've been exactly consolidating around that CME close price. We actually came up a little bit and reverted straight away in towards the open on Monday, and you can see that after that we started pumping all the way up in towards new highs in the imminent short term. And you can see yesterday we were talking about this massive bull flag, and I've left that on there, and I can actually extend it, and you can see we broken out of that bull flag. We came to test it again to just close that CME gap, and then we exactly started to launch off from the upside, testing our previous week's high, and then we had a massive candle in and around the 3 p.m. mark over there, and that is looking extremely good. And we can see that the liquidity that was residing just above these highs over here were exactly taken, and we've been highlighting all the way from down here where we broke this trend line. We broke out of this wedge over here, and we've been telling you guys this deviation was a massive trap. Do not be fooled. We were most likely to actually go upwards, and I've been bullish when everyone was bearish and calling for lower prices. They were calling for 90k, 88k, 86k, even 70k at times, and people were calling for cycle tops. I was telling you guys that was extremely unlikely. I was looking for us to actually start breaking these trends and actually start shifting higher. So we were looking at all the scenarios, and yeah, we can see that we're exactly pumping right now. So you can see we've broken out of this falling wedge in a daily time frame, and we have our measured move in and around the 107k mark. So we need to be seeing if we can actually come and confirm 99k, 100k as support, and form another macro high low potentially if we want to feel some inefficiency from this massive candle, which is very healthy. So we had a low, then we create a higher low. That will set us up for bullish market structure where we're creating macro higher lows and actually continuing a lot higher. That's really good for the Bitcoin price. And yeah, if we come down, that'll still be bullish. But in my opinion, I just think pullbacks are unlikely. There's bears that are trying to short the price now, and we can definitely start to maybe consolidate a bit more, worst case scenario in my opinion, and then we'll just resume it to our target, which is in and around the 108k mark. And you guys can see over here that I was telling you guys that the probability of us actually filling this liquidity wick was on the table. However, it was extremely low, and I think at this point, since we had a nice 4-hourly candle close above this level of resistance that's now potentially going to turn into support, I just think that the probability of us actually getting towards this liquidity zone over here to fill all the inefficiency before going higher is very low. I would, if I had to rank it briefly, I would say it's within the 15 to 20% region possibility, and 80% we're going to continue to new all-time highs in my opinion. So of course this can be a massive trap and a deviation, and we have to evaluate all the scenarios as a trader. But again, I would say my bias is that we're still going to go higher. People that are saying, oh, we can go up, but yeah, we can go down, without saying the bias, there's no value in that. I'm just pointing out scenario, and I'm making sure to say my bias, especially down here. I was telling you guys it is most likely we will go up. I was not saying, oh, we might come down, but then yeah, we might go up like other content creators. I was definitely telling you guys my bias and showing you guys what I was seeing. So hopefully you guys enjoy what I'm doing. I'm obviously going to be wrong eventually, but we're doing really well so far, and I make sure to just be taking time and spending extra time to research so that I try my best to bring you guys the most accurate information. So if you enjoyed that, make sure to smash up that like button. And you can see this fractal is exactly playing out. We were screaming that all the way down here in around the 60k mark. If you look on my channel over here and you look at some of my old videos, you'll see that I was screaming all the way down in and around the 68k region, and even lower than that, that this was the trajectory that was coming for Bitcoin. I was looking at an explosive move, and I made sure to be very vocal about that. And I didn't see a lot of channels actually looking at massive moves for Bitcoin in towards 120k. People were very conservative, saying 80k we might top, 90k. I was saying no. The macro environment is exactly repeating. We had an 8-month consolidation, and an 8-month consolidation gives you 8 months of pump. You know, it gives you that magnitude of results. So you can see on the charts over here, we've exactly played it out. You can see that we've punched in a macro higher low over here, and it's potentially looking very likely that we can punch in new all-time highs, maybe get a liquidity shakeout in towards Trump's sell the news event that we highlighted in the last video. So if you didn't see that, make sure to watch it. And then yeah, we could resume the upwards trajectory and maybe smash that 120k target, or maybe we actually get a shakeout and maybe have a local top there. But we need to be looking at the environment and seeing what the funding rates are saying and what the liquidations are saying. But speaking of funding rates, you can see on this chart over here that funding rates are extremely low. You can see previously in March, where we had that massive rally in towards 74k, funding rates were very overheated, which caused a massive correction within the market, which was a time-based one where we consolidated sideways for 8 whole months. But right now you can see funding rates are very low, and you can see spot starting to pick up, open interest starting to pick up, and your CVD is not bottoming as aggressively. So you can see that this indicates that this rally is by spot buyers, which is very healthy for the market. It shows that people are not borrowing money to actually pump up the prices, which is an artificial way of getting financial markets up. For example, the massive financial crisis in 2008, that was due to a massive real estate levered scenario where people were taking out loans on houses that they couldn't afford to pay back. And when the prices started to crash, it actually caused a massive liquidation cascade. And you can actually use that as a blueprint to understand this chart over here. So again, if the funding rates were extremely high right now and spot was not going up and open interest was going up, that may suggest that the reason price is up is that it's a very massive leverage driven rally. But that's the exact opposite right now. So things are looking very good. But yes, guys, we're evaluating this scenario where we may come into our golden pocket of our Fibonacci's 382 and 0.5 with a 21-week exponential moving average due to its bearish divergence and the breakdown of this upward sloping parallel channel where we broke down and we actually retested, as you can see by the highlights over there, and we came down. I was telling you guys this was a massive trap. I did not expect us to actually come down. However, I said it is possible. If the probabilities were there, but I said it was very low. I said we're looking at a falling wedge here. Things are looking to reverse. We had sideways choppy price action, which is very common when you have a bearish divergence, and that's exactly what played out. And you can see that we've come above this previous lower high. So if we can close the daily candle above the 100k mark over there, then we'll definitely invalidate this bearish divergence, and we will expect subsequent buying activity to push price a lot higher than our previous all-time high over there. So I think that the scenario where we come all the way in towards this pocket here is very low. And as for Ethereum, the biggest altcoin of all, you can see that we were exactly bullish all the way down here, and we actually broke out of this previous resistance that turned into support over here. Then it turned into resistance again after losing it on the 19th of December, and then we actually consolidated just below the previous resistance over there. And I was telling you guys, consolidation below that key level over there was extremely bullish, so I was looking for a massive push over there, and that's exactly what we got. And I said the most explosive moves comes from that nice grind in towards resistance, then that confirms acceptance just below, and you typically get the massive moves. So things were looking really good. And I said the exact same thing for Bitcoin literally less than 24 hours ago. I was telling you guys, this consolidation below this resistance, we've seen it on Ethereum, and that's a nice trick for the guys still watching. When Ethereum makes a move and Bitcoin hasn't made the move, but the PA price action is looking very similar, that's kind of the market giving its hand. The market's kind of giving you a clue there, and that's one thing that's worked really well for me. And I'm seeing the same thing on Bitcoin right now. You can see it was actually consolidating below the level. Ethereum already broke out, so Ethereum's had that nice grind of it already, and you can see that Bitcoin hasn't had that grind. So maybe we can actually look at Ethereum to see what Bitcoin's potentially going to do, and you can see Ethereum's doing this nice grind all the way upwards, and we can see Bitcoin maybe slow down and then leave the people looking to long this previous resistance that's now turned into support, and then we actually just leave people left behind with orders all the way down here, and we punch in new all-time highs. You can see on the 2-hourly time frame we do have bearish divergence for Ethereum. So again, short-term choppy price action or maybe a slight pullback is possible, because we do have a fair value gap just here that can be filled, but I think it's low probability. Again, this is a massive trap that is very consistent this bull market, and even in previous bull markets I've been trading since 2022, so I missed the first bull market. But this is definitely something that is common when you have a bull market. You have a nice bearish divergence potentially, which just indicates slowdown momentum. People think that it's a reason to flip short. They put their stop losses up here, which builds up liquidity. Then you have that choppy price action, and then you lead with another explosive move. And I told you guys about the bearish checkmate. So this is another thing I'm looking at. You had a bearish checkmate. You lost this massive previous support level, and it was very explosive. You had a nice Bart Simpson, a nice kind of consolidation, and typically you respond in the same fashion. So even if we just consolidate here, we trap the bears, grab a lot of liquidity, and then we actually just go back up in the same fashion there. That's the target at 4K, where we can actually evaluate if maybe we then get a short-term higher low being formed, and then we continue again and break it on a 5th time, because we tried it more than 2 times over there, which I'll show you in another chart in a second. But that's something I'm watching for Ethereum. So guys, I was telling you exactly to be buying the dip over there. I told you that you can have a tight invalidation, as this was looking extremely good. We had a lot of confluences down there to be buying Ethereum, and you can see we're a massive profit over there. And yes guys, this is essentially what I'm looking at. If we come down, that's a gift. That's definitely on the table, but I think most likely we're not going to come down to 3,500. Make sure to save that and come back to it potentially. I just think the probability is quite low. We can maybe grind a little bit higher here, and then start just aggressively pumping again, because typically in bull markets you leave longs just chasing price all the time. So that's essentially how the market kind of punishes market participants that aren't understanding that you need to be bullish all the time. But yes guys, you can see over here that we have this upward sloping parallel channel, and we rejected 3 times like I mentioned on the previous chart, and on the 4th time, it's likely we actually just break out straight away, as we have an inverse head and shoulders over here for Ethereum if you look very closely. So I think that the probability of us breaking out is quite high. But even if we come down just a little bit and then just continue and break out there, that is still completely fine, as we've been entering buys all the way down here, and we've been bullish on Twitter all the way down here and accumulating spot. So guys, we're really loaded for the bull market, even all the way down here. I don't know if you guys were in crypto, but this was a great opportunity to be accumulating Ethereum. Ethereum loves these ascending triangles. You can see this was a very clean one, and we had one on the lower time frames there. So we're locked and loaded, guys. You can see over here that we have over 200% in profits over there. I opened up a small account with $400 in there, as you can see by the margin, and I opened a trade for you guys. Proof of execution. You can see we're exactly bullish on Ethereum, and we were telling you guys this is a low risk, high reward opportunity, and that's exactly what's been playing out over there. We've seen massive moves for Ethereum so far, and it's looking like we have a monster trade on our hands, because our take profits, the first major one will be 4K. If we get to 4K, we'll be about $1,500 into profit. But our massive cup and handle first target at a 1618 is at that 7.3K level, where we will be almost $10,000 in the profit. So from $400, that's not too bad, I guess. So make sure to be turning post notifications on, clicking the link description below to be taking advantage of the information if you agree with my opinion, because I think that the opportunities in crypto are limitless. So if you're enjoying the video and you want to be trading yourself, make sure to be checking that first link down below. If you check that first link down below, this will take you to this page over here, which is the sign up page for Blofin. Blofin are one of the best exchanges out there, guys. They have one of the lowest fees. They have fire blocks, which just means that they have a third-party custodian so that your funds are more secure. So definitely be checking if this is available in your country, as I definitely recommend Blofin. These guys are really good guys, and if you agree with their analysis and you agree with my opinion, then definitely looking towards signing up with Blofin so that you can take advantage of this opportunity. So you can see here, guys, we have a massive cup and handle for Ethereum. If you take it from your base to your neckline and you take it to the anticipated breakout over there, that would give us a target of 7.3 3k for Ethereum. And if we look at our 2618, then we're looking at a target of about 11.3k for Ethereum. And we've taken our target from the Fibonacci extension from the previous bull market top to the bear market bottom, and you can see that that's exactly giving us a nice reliable target, as it's the same distance for the cup and handle, which is really good, and that's at 7.3k. So I'll be definitely taking some profits there. Maybe we reaccumulate before passing that psychological 10k mark. So that's a nice maybe mid-range to be looking at. Maybe we get a local rejection there, just like we had Bitcoin, where we were just below that 100k mark for a bit before actually rising above it, and then you have 11.3k. So you can see we have our inverse head and shoulders with a nice target from the anticipated breakout all the way at 5.4k. So that's looking really good, and we're exactly bouncing from the symmetrical triangle. You can see this was very reliable support over there, and we had big resistance. But when we actually flipped above this region over here and we retested it, that was a massive bear trap and a massive opportunity to be taken a long position there, and we've exactly sniped that. And we were telling you guys things are looking extremely bullish for Ethereum, so hopefully you took advantage of that information over there if you agreed with my opinion. But we're looking to break this neckline here and then resume the up only environment, and we can look at our symmetrical triangle target. If we take it from the point over here to the top and you take it to your breakout, that will give us an approximate target all the way at a whopping 7.3k, guys. This is astrology for men. TA is astrology for men. This is absolutely insane, guys. So 7.3k is a massive target that I will potentially close my whole position. In fact, I'll have to just weigh up the funding rates and the environment, sentiment, how quickly we get there, the TA, all of these things I have to be looking at before making that decision. But it looks like 7.3k is very likely to be some sort of massive resistance for Ethereum, in my opinion. So yes, if we look at ETH BTC on a 2-week time frame, you can see that we have a massive falling wedge. The things are looking extremely good. We're looking to actually reverse from that region. And for Bitcoin dominance, we have the inverse as they're inversely correlated. So we have a rising wedge. So you typically break down, retest, and then you follow it with a massive move down. So for Altcoin season index, we're bouncing from the mid range. That's looking really good. And coins like BNB with a massive inverse on the shoulders, breaking this neckline, breaking the symmetrical triangle, and actually holding above the weekly open and the yearly open and monthly open. It has tons of support below it. It's looking really good, and I think that BNB is a massive opportunity in towards $1,000. So that's a massive altcoin opportunity there that I'm seeing, in my opinion. And Celeste as well, as I've been sharing on Twitter, I think is a massive opportunity to be getting in. This is one of the first coins to actually use the modular blockchain technology. So yes, guys, I think the TR has really bad sentiment. People are really bearish. So yes, guys, keeping your eyes peeled. I think this is a good opportunity in the market to be accumulating for all season. So that'll be it from me, guys. Make sure to smash up that like button. Make sure to be following me on Twitter for consistent updates. You can see I share a lot of the alpha before I actually get on YouTube. So I actually shared TR an hour before I actually started recording this, and probably around 2-3 hours before I actually upload this. So make sure to be doing that. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace, guys. See ya. Bye bye.